Hi friends, so let's start with the MCQ solving session, and in this we are going to solve MCQs in very less time. Maximum MCQ we are going to solve in minimum time. So friends, please take a notebook because each and every MCQ is important and you should know the basic concept behind it. So let's start. First question. He's asking the temperature reinforcement of a vertical slab in T-shape RC retaining wall. See, in T-shape RC retaining wall, first question option A is he's saying not needed. B, provided equally an inner and outer face. C, provided more on inner face than front face, and then provided more on front face than in inner face. So for retaining wall, generally we provide more reinforcement on front face than in inner face. So option D is the right answer, friends, for this question. Second, bulking of sand is maximum if moisture content is about. When the bulking of sand is maximum, see, bulking means what? Sand, these are the sand particles. When they are subjected to some moisture content, they shrink and they bulk. So he is asking for which moisture content it is maximum bulking occurs. So the range is about 4 to 5%. Generally we take 4%. So bulking is maximum when moisture content is about 4%. Third question, diagonal tension in the beam. Diagonal tension in the beam is maximum at neutral axis, decreases below the neutral axis, increases above the neutral axis, increases below the neutral axis, and decreases above the neutral axis. So as we know that beam is subjected to steel below the neutral axis. So it diagonal tension increases below neutral axis and decrease above the neutral axis. So option C is the correct answer, friends. Fourth question, according to IS 456, column or strut is the member whose effective length is greater than. For being column, see, there is a criteria of slenderness ratio, friends. If slenderness ratio is what? It is ratio of effective length over least lateral dimension. Least lateral dimension. If this ratio lambda is less than 3, it is called pedestal. If this lambda is greater than 3, it is called column. And if it is less than 12, it is called short column. If it is greater than 12, it is called long column. So these are the important criteria. You need to know this, very important. So is saying for being column of strut, max member effective length is greater than three times the least lateral dimension, friends. Question number 5, when the shear stress exceeds permissible limit in slab, then it is reduced by. If shear stress is exceeded in if by its permissible limit, then it is reduced by increasing the depth. As the depth is increased, shear is decreased. So to reduce the shear, we increase the depth. Very important question, friends. So next question, question number 6, the diameter of lateral ties of column should be. See, for diameter of the lateral ties is asking. It should be greater than 5 mm, friends. Lateral ties means, see, this is column and the rings we provided in column is called lateral ties. So that diameter is very small. It's about 5 to 6 mm generally. or 1/4 of the main diameter. Maximum of 6 mm or 5 mm and 1/4 5 of main diameter divided by 4. Whichever is maximum, we are going to take that. Whichever is maximum. Question number 7. In counterfort retaining wall, the main reinforcement in a stem support is, for counterfort retaining wall, the main reinforcement in a stem support is provided on the inner face. Inner face we are going to provide the main support. Next, 8th question. Due to shrinkage stresses, the simply supported beam having reinforcement only at bottom tends to. Due to shrinkage stresses, simply supported beam tends to deflects downward. See, this is simply supported beam. Whenever some stresses come on beam, then it is going to deflect sagging movement. So the sagging movement means it is going to deflect the downward shape, parabolic. So deflect downward is the correct answer. Next, purpose of reinforcement in pre-stressed concrete is. Purpose of reinforcement. What is the purpose of reinforcement? You know, reinforcement means, see, for pre-stressing, initially we are giving compression to the concrete. Why we are giving compression? Because whenever actual stresses come, they should compensate these stresses. So actual stresses as comes in concrete, they compensate. So this is done by to impart initial compressive stress in the concrete. So purpose of reinforcement in pre-stressed concrete is to impart the initial compressive stress in the concrete. Question number 10. Select the correct statements. Elastic modulus of high tensile steel is nearly the same as mild steel. Elastic modulus of high tensile steel is more than mild steel. Carbon percentage of high carbon is less than mild steel, and high tensile steel is cheaper than mild steel. So as we know, carbon percentage of mild steel is less than high carbon steel, and high tensile steel is not cheaper, friends, it's costly than mild steel. Elastic modulus of high tensile steel is not more than, because elastic modulus is a constant term, it's a slope of stress strain curve. So as it's a slope of stress strain curve, it is equal for steel, whichever it may be, high tensile or mild. So option A is the right answer. Next, question number 11. To minimize the effect of differential settlement, the area of footing is designed for. The area of footing is designed for dead load and live load. So it's very important to know to minimize the effects. You are required to minimize the differential settlement, and differential settlement is dependent on load. For minimizing this differential settlement, the footing is designed for. We are going to design on dead load plus fraction of live load. Not live load, you are going to consider only fraction of that. So 12th question. Due to circumferential action of spiral in spirally reinforced column, capacity of column decrease, ductility reduces. Capacity of column decrease but ductility increase. Both capacity of column and ductility increase. So as we know, circumferential action is spirally. When you are doing spiral reinforcement, see, ductility is definitely going to increase, friends. As ductility increases, the capacity also increases. So option D must be a right answer, and for this question number 12, D is the right answer. Next, for concreting heavily reinforced section, see, you need to understand each and every word here. heavily reinforced section. Without vibration, the workability is expressed in terms of compaction factor for concreting heavy reinforced. He is asking compaction factor. It's very simple. Heavily reinforced means very high workability, and for very high workability, compaction factor is also very high. It's about greater than 0.92. So very important. Compaction factor C, very low, low, medium, high, very high. So these are the ranges you are going to see here for compaction factor. Question number 14. Workability of concrete is directly proportional to. As we know friends, workability is directly proportional to what? It is directly proportional to aggregate, time, grading. Each and everything is important here. Aggregate cement ratio, time of transit, grading of aggregate. So option C, the grading of aggregate from this is very important for workability, and workability is directly proportional to grading. If grading is more, workability is more. So next question, question number 15. Which one following is incorrect? Minimum cross sectional area of longitudinal reinforcement column is 0.8. Spacing of longitudinal bar should not exceed 300 mm. Reinforcing concrete bar should not be less than 12 mm. And the number of longitudinal bar provided in the circular column is 4. No. For circular column friends, we provide only 6 columns, 6 bars, 6 bars, and rectangular minimum number of bars required are 4. So option D is the right answer, as it is the asking for incorrect statement. Incorrect statement is, and minimum percentage steel in column is 0.8, maximum 6%, and spacing, as we know, criteria is there for spacing friends. For spacing we have 3 criteria. First is 300 mm, second 48.5, and third least lateral dimension. We take minimum of these 3. So as spacing of longitudinal column should not exceed 300 mm, it's the right answer. Question number 16. Critical section of shear in case of flat slab. See, if he is asking for flat slab. As we know, these slabs are used for lightening, to improve the lightening of your floor. So we use flat slab, and the critical section for this is about d/2 from the periphery of column or drop panel. So it's important. Question number 17. For road pavement, the cement generally used is, see, for roads we generally use RPC cement, that is rapid hardening. So it's a very important question. Low heat cement is used generally for massive concrete works, and rapid hardening cement we generally use for pavement. Next, question number 18. Pick up the incorrect statement. See, here incorrect statement is asking, we have to underline the word incorrect because generally it confuses that correct or incorrect statement. A, spacing between the exterior walls of warehouse or back pile should be 30 centimeter. So it's correct friends. 30 centimeter must be a spacing between warehouse and back piles. Cement bags should preferably be piled on a wooden plank. Cement bags, whenever you pile, it should be piled on a wooden plank. Width and height of the pile should not exceed 3 and 2.7 meter. So it is also a right statement. So here nothing is wrong. Option D is the right answer, none of the above. Question number 19. For a slab supported on its four edges with corner held down uniformly, the Mcq correction factor for factor to the movement obtained by Grashof-Rankine theory. He is asking Mcq correction factor to the movements obtained by Grashof-Rankine theory for slab supported on four edges held down. So here the answer is always less than 1. The Mcq correction factor is always less than 1 for obtained by Grashof-Rankine theory. Question number 20. Additional of Pozzolana to ordinary Portland cement causes. If we add Pozzolana is nothing but a fly ash material which is obtained by thermal power stations, and if we add Pozzolana, it decreases the early strength, reduces chemical reactions, increases the shrinkage. So option all of the above is the right answer, D. Next, 21. Pick up the correct statement. Pick up the correct statement. First, maximum size of coarse aggregate is 75 mm and minimum 4.75. It's the right answer statement. Maximum size of fine aggregate is 4.75 and minimum is 75 micron, correct. And material having size 6 micron to 2 micron is known as silt. It is also the correct statement. So option D is correct, that is all of the above. Next, question number 22. Counterfort retaining main reinforcement is provided. Counterfort retaining wall he is asking. So option C is the correct answer, friends. That is inclined face at back counterfort and bottom face at front counterfort. For front we are providing at bottom and at inclined in back. Inclined back and front bottom. So these two statements are correct. Next, 23. For construction of structure under sea water. See, whenever you are going to construct structure under the sea water, you are going to use Portland Pozzolana cement. Portland Pozzolana cement. 24. Curing of the pavement floor slabs is done by. Curing is done by covering with bags. Gunny bags. We are going to cover gunny bags. And curing we are going to do curing with the help of these bags. Question number 25. The centroid of the compressive force from extreme compression fiber in limit state lies at the distance. The centroid force of limit state lies at the distance of 0.416 XU. 0.416 XU is the distance of centroid from the extreme compression fiber. 0.42 XU you can say, because as we take lever arm C equal to M into Z, that is lever arm. Lever arm is D minus 0.42 XU. So this is the distance from the extreme fiber, that is 0.416 XU. Question number 26. Pick up the correct statement. So here construction joints are necessarily planned at their location. Expansion joints are provided at moderate expansion. Construction joints are provided to control the shrinkage cracks. And option D, all of the above is the right answer. So Here all of the above is the right answer, friends. And question number 27, bulk density of aggregate depends on. So bulk density, as we know, it depends on shape, grade, compaction, all of the above is the right answer. Question number 28, in symmetrically reinforced section, the shrinkage stress in concrete and steel are respectively. So as we know, for symmetrical reinforced section, shrinkage stresses in concrete shrinkage stresses are tensile, and in steel it is compressive. So option B is the right answer. It's opposite to their nature. As we know, concrete is good in taking compression and steel is good in taking tension, but whenever it's subjected to shrinkage stresses, it behaves oppositely. So concrete takes tension and steel compression. So it's very important, option B. Question number 29, the main objective of compaction of concrete is. Main object of compaction, to provide, to eliminate the air holes, right, to achieve maximum density and to intimate contact between concrete and embedded materials. So all the three are correct statements. Option D is the right answer. Question number 30, which one of the following has high tensile strength? Option A, plain hot rolled wires, cold drawn wires, heat treated rolled wires. So your option is cold drawn wires. Tensile strength is highest in cold drawn wires. Question number 31, pick up the incorrect statement. Incorrect statement is, the phenomenon by the virtue of which cement do not allow transmit sound is known as soundness. No, it's the wrong statement. And degree of grading is called fineness. Correct statement, the process of changing cement paste into hard mass is setting. Correct. Heat generated by chemical reaction is known as heat of hydration. So it is also correct statement. Option C is wrong. Question number 32, concrete gains strength due to chemical reaction between cement and aggregate, evaporation, hydration. So option C is the right answer. Here hydration gives the strength to the concrete. Question number 33, to determine modulus of rupture, size of specimen he is asking. Size of specimen for the rupture. Modulus of rupture, we take specimen of 150 by 150 by 700 mm. So generally students don't know what is the size of mold for the rupture. We take specimen of 150 by 700 mm. Then C3a. Question number 34, what is C3a? Tricalcium aluminate. It is generates the less heat of hydration. It do not reacts fast with water. It generates lesser heat of hydration. Then the question number 35, for various ingredients in concrete, cements and aggregate, ratio of 1:3:6 grade concrete is. As we know, 1:3:6 is asking 1:3:6 grade. So it is generally M10. M10 means M100 we can say. So M100 is the correct answer. Question number 36, admixtures which cause early setting. The admixtures which cause early setting are known as accelerators, and which delays the setting are known as retarders. So generally retarders we know, sugar, gypsum is the main retarder, and accelerator CaCl2, it is an accelerator, so it's important. Question number 37, pick up the incorrect statement. So here sandstones are divided in calcareous, siliceous. So Concrete is used using sandstone cracks due to shrinkage. Correct. Broken bricks produces concrete having good fiber resisting qualities. And option D, all of the above is the right answer. Question number 38. Pick up the incorrect statement. Admixtures accelerate hydration. Admixtures make concrete waterproof. Admixtures makes concrete acid proof. Admixtures have high strength. Option A is the right answer. Admixtures accelerate the hydration. Question number 39. For reinforced concrete section, the shape of stress diagram is. So as we know, for RC section, what is the shape of stress diagram? It is parabolic above the neutral axis and it is rectangular below the neutral axis. So C is the right answer, and it is rectangular till till the reinforcement section, not over entire below the section. It is only rectangular up to steel. Next, 40. Allowable shear strength in the concrete depends on allowable shear strength. Concrete depends on the shear strength. Code 41. The slump test, each layer is compacted by steel rod 60 cm long and 16 mm diameter. How many times? We compact it 25 times. Individual variation of strength is asking should not be more than plus minus 15%. We know. Question number 43. Pick up the incorrect statement. So as cement and standard sand mortar has ratio 1:3, so it is a incorrect statement. So cement and standard mortar are not in the ratio of 1:3. Water added P by 4 plus 3% for standard consistency. Yes, it is the right answer. Cube of mold of 10 by 10 by 10 is taken for preparing, and the prepared mold is kept in atmosphere for 50% relative humidity. So option A is the incorrect statement. Question number 44. Pick up the incorrect statement. Here all are incorrect. Concrete mix 1:6:12 are not used for mass concrete pair. Bulking of sand not dependent on fineness. Concrete for which preliminary tests are conducted is called control concrete. No. Option D is the right answer. Question number 45. The slab designed on one way. So for to design one way or two way, the ratio should be, for one way criteria is ratio is greater than 2 Ly by Lx. Ly by Lx ratio is the ratio for designing slab. So if it is greater than 2, then we design it as one way. Less than equal to 2, then we design as two way. So it's important. Question number 46. The construction of cement concrete dam, maximum permissible size of aggregate for dam. See, for dams we use aggregate of 40 mm. 40 mm size aggregates are used for dam. Normally we use, generally for reinforced concrete we use 20 mm, but for dams we use 40 mm. Pick up the incorrect statement. With passage of time, the strength of cement increases. No, friends, with the passage of time, strength decreases. So option A is the incorrect statement. 48. Load carrying capacity of helically reinforced column is compared to tied column. See, load carrying capacity for heavily reinforced column is compared to the tight column is 5% more. 5% more. We increase by the factor 1.05. We increase it, we don't decrease. So 5% more is the right answer. And to hydrate the 500 kg cement fully water is needed. Water needed is 130 kg. For hydrating 500 kg, we need water of 130 kg, friends. Very important. And last question, pick up the correct statement of the following. Here we know all are correct. Highly abruptive aggregates reduces workability. The specific gravity of aggregate more important determining moisture content. The absorption of porosity is the property of concrete. So all of the above are correct statement, and in this way we are ending this session here. So let's meet in the next session with next 50 MCQs. So please note it down well in your notebook, friends, and keep on learning. So thank you.